game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Lumberjacks of St. Louis. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Pierce. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Pierce now up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And his kick is good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Play action now. Prescott. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Here is third and quite a ways.
47.
Here's Prescott. Oh, his first throw of his playoff matchup is intercepted. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Now Patrick going to change the play. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Pierce going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jonathan Mingo from 3 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
54. Going to 54. 180. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, 47.
To throw is Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Attack, attack. Attack, attack.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Taking it about the 16. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turn.
The punt is better in the second one. Now they're hoping to turn in the first downs and hopefully points.
23 yards, the final tally.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Short throw underneath to Hurst.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on third down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
We're going to 54. Why?
Barkley inside handoff, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down, and he is met in his track. Line of scrimmage. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man is Mingo, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Yellow.
Mahomes now to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Cowboys.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Mingo right side. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 8-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3.
Lumberjacks 3.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
There you go. There you go, 47. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb, 73 yards. And the Lumberjacks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back,
maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive. I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Derwin James with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And that's out quickly to Chase.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
43! 43!
Now Mahomes going to shift him around.
Attack! 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 Yellow! Yellow!
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Short throw underneath to Hurst. He's into space past the 25. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Hey, 43, 43, 15.
They give it off here to the tight end. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
Yeah, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Going to 53.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, kill! 47. So we're going to 53. Here we go.
Prescott now. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Boy, somehow, someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball, overthrown. And that's one you've got to be able to hit on.
Kill.
Third and long for Prescott. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Here we go, going to 54, going to 54, wide in. Here we go, going to 54, wide in. 47, hey, kill.
Prescott from the gun. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Prescott. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
To throw is Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Prescott yet again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Mahomes going to change things up. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Isaiah Simmons in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And again, it's Prescott. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now we're going to get a timeout here for an injured player, and that's Jamar Chase, who is in some obvious discomfort right now. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Hey, kill. Hey, 47. 26.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
I don't need to.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Line. Whiting!
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Waste of time.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the bay, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people are knowing this Jay. I never change. Can put myself back in that minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man only sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry told me it's the front lines. You never mine. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on me, mine. Keep with a rip. Don't want to talk if it ain't about a dip. But it ain't for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop to my net worth millions. Going school, I drop down. They try read when I drive with the top down. Get me on stage, I rock out. Every day money can't break, no timeouts. Change up quick, they sign up. Tryna hear my line now. Thinking I'm come find out 1v1, you dust like a wideout. Studio been my hideout. Can't shed tears, mama ain't no cry now. On me, gonna blind out. Get in the team, gotta pass your tryouts. Booming this like Metro, groupies on me, that's fine, don't sweat those. Been on, keeping my head strong. My dog ain't talk about Petco. Brand new ones, they retros. Live fast, dying on set, my headstone. Stop been grown. You ain't getting money, been frank in the friend zone. I ain't never switched up on the family. Be talking to that at me. Gotta watch my wrist, that's classy. I'm a dog to a she nasty. Then I'm gone, she me. My mama proud she had me. Can't let nobody surpass me. I move to the back like an athlete. Got a little buzz, but these zippers don't chance me. Just take a look at my rap sheet. Independent, man, these can't stand me. Won't stop till I got me a Grammy, a crib with a leg and a whip for my granny. I ain't never had me no plan B. Look at me now, got a problem, get at me.
Legends on 3, 2, 1.
Like some Kodak, 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 Kodak. Please, please don't seat so she leave her best friends. Bust out my dad face, your chain is a necklace. Go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please, please don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Left wrist go that, right wrist go that, necklace go that, sis go that, just don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. I had to hit my designer for sneaks, double dip mine in the bleach. I'm blocking for sure, I'm popping down Miami Beach, pull up like LeBron with the heat. I bought a crib in the crib with the office shit, bitch at my mouth, but I can't see me walking there. I whip a Tesla, but it ain't no charge of that. I call up Cohen, Brianna, been parking the top box seats. I'm watching Archer, they cop like stop right next to my block and trust fund. Beat, I might drop that hips on the stallion and Doja her top half, 2300 on the horse and I'm Mike. Switching out the character, the strippers like Tigers. Legends on 3, 2, 1. You tried it. You say you love me like you love him. You lying. You know your worth for what it's worth. I could buy it. We'll say it's only at the top, but I'm biased because I'm only at the top. But you tried it. You say you love me like you love him. You lying. You know your worth for what it's worth. I could buy it. We'll say it's only at the top, but I'm biased. Yes, I'm go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that. Please, please don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Left wrist go that, right wrist go that, necklace go that, sis go that, just don't go that, go that, go that, go that, go that, go that with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't get the door 'cause the feds on it. Don't get the door 'cause the feds on it. Get down. I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey. Never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag. You know I'm getting to it, like that, like. Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back. 'Cause you know I got her. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta. I still gotta. I still gotta. Back up, 'cause it's on this old train line, I'ma get it done. Now I got the party jumping like it's double dutch. Then we spun the block, came back, double up like. Ooh, I got her, and yeah, met her uptown, but she from the borough, better known as the boogie down. All sookie now, get up out the kitchen, man, I'm cooking now. Brother man, slip me skin, suck it to me, and they gotta shut their mouth when they talking to me. I look around, it's a whole lot of flexing mamas, but I hit the drama. Hey, peace and love, baby, keep it groovy. Every time we pop out, you know it's a movie. If I'm in hot water, then it's a jacuzzi. I gotta shake, so I'm throwing deuces. I gotta, even when I'm down bad. Yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I gotta. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still gotta, still gotta, I still gotta. Hey, you must be knowing here. You see these grown people talking, what you doing here? I gotta have a mind and hit you with a stitch you get up off the wall, go on, get it moving here. Yeah, I'm just catching the vibe. I told the valet, take your time, it might get a ride. Floating through the front door, my mind is tied. And good Lord, mama, you know you looking divine. I had to turn around, double take a look at that. Girl, you got good taste, where you cook it at? You can mingle with the cool kids. I'm out here sweating like a preacher in a pulpit. Even when I'm down bad, I know how to bounce back. I know I got her, and she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, and even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. I know I got her. I know I got her. Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back, cause you know I got her. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. Still got her. Still got her.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted, want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit, watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off, got the flight. Promise you if anybody can hold me, I can. Get it right, man. Baby, I'm my own hype, man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, and run it back, run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the friends. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another back. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boat to dash. Run it back, running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. My body act,
Yeah.
and run it back. You see how I act, nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it, I think less without it. I'm a cut at anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high-key, running back, let me have it back. I'm a cut at anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high-key.
Yes, like that. Told her might be right back. Oh, yes, like that. I told her might be right back.
Run it back, told him put the money in the bag, double that. Run it back, told him put the money in the bag, double that, double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it back, 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 run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack in the trunk with expired tag. Punch the gas, run into the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
Run it back, 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 run it back. Run it back, I got the devil in my eye doing God's work. I got
for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested or wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you more my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great as ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but I ain't that though. But I ain't here to fight fair. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes and flatter, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. We ain't even. They ain't submit when you daydreaming. Came needing to eat, I ain't eating in 8 weeks. And my mouth's watering like I stay teething. You can't reason with the animal that's loose and my brain's tweaking. You don't really know me. If you think you do get amnesia, got a problem, I'm subtracting you like a mad teacher. I'm that lethal like a threat to a mass preacher. I send you up to Christ if you crossing your act evil. Preparation means opportunity, maybe. Big grade is ambiguity, baby. Too much at stake for your foolery, ain't it crazy? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, you won't faze me. You ain't really hard like you imagine and bragging about being toxic, but you ain't really that hazardous. Rap God, if you don't believe in me, then it's blasphemous. Everything that you are is an acronym to my adjectives. But I ain't here to fight fair. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes and flatter, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing.
Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you right designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Yo, she could come around but can't stick around. Yeah, that's how I tease her. Been having my way since a little. I ain't never been no pleaser. Always gonna crush these souls when they realize I don't need them. I don't give a how close we is. You cross the line, I'm squeezing. Every day the same routine, same ain't no new team. Never ever had hoop dreams, but I'm ballin' like I want a ring. Demon time over everything. You don't know how much it really means. Struggle took a toll on them. Oh, had to come and intervene. Boy, them keys to that Bentley. I'm tryna drive it around. I think I'm driving it gently. Now I'm speeding through the town. I can't even put my phone down. Tryna show the world how it sound. Around and made the wrong turn. We don't even wanna turn around. Lately I've been thinking, what would I be if I ain't take a risk? Struggle, I hated it at the time, but it's the reason I'm rich. Never see me knocking nobody. I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on they. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you right designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. I don't do but I've been off them all week. Tryna take this far as I can, I want it all on sleep. Might just put a 40 ball in my mouth, cause I know my talk ain't cheap. Soon as you start running up money, they could tell cause it reeks. Oh boy, it's so much to see. Gotta learn to keep your balance. Going to sleep on silk sheets, but it used to be a pallet. Fell in love with shopping, I'm getting a grip of it, I don't need no stylist. Walking on mouth, spin a bag on anything if it got me smiling. I'm on every L that I ever took, I promise. Flashy with a system, man, I don't look, that's how I'm coming. Can't wait to touch a meal like I ain't got no food inside my tummy. Been had a vision, seen it vividly before it got sunny. You could tell I'm committed. This get hard and I get it, but long as you stay authentic, you'll be destined to win it. I recreated my image. This was earned, never given. Gonna be that way till it's finished. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you right designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning.
established. Better bow her head when I walk past her. Where your manners? As a kid, stayed with my granny. Daddy went to jail for lost my only chance being happy. Damn, what happened? Outcome match my actions. Talk, then I'll back it. Great example. I'm the standard. Come to preaching what you practice. Actually, I can't fathom or rationalize. Move past it. He turned this from his section. Island Dale, respected, well connected. Look there, tell me God gon' let us in the heaven with this. Stay focused, you won't live. The net and what you post on it don't mean to a real. All it takes for you don't get your way and now you feel different. All it takes for you, they pay for you to feel different. All it takes, don't talk to you for a day and now you feel different. All it takes for you to catch a case and now you feel different. I don't feel, make me feel different. I don't feel, never feel different.
Touchdown in a new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get truth, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you suck, gon' make way for a prodigy.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like a parent and children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all the same. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'ma get it as a post when I say this. After every feel stainless. I can make a scene go. Everything I wrote gon' smoke so dangerous. I can make a Einstein feel brainless. But look on the bright side, hope yield changes. I'ma get it started. Please give me a pardon. Cause this is the type of beat that get the whole crowd marching. Coming to the town, we make the whole town Spartan. I'm from outer space, so all my homegirls Martian. It's about to get critical. This moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets that say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy. Then go get behind me. Told you I'm the best. I done said it with my chest. So for real, nobody try me. And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, it's absent. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole other planet, I'm gonna show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We have to rings like a Saturn. This feel like splitting an atom. We got involved with the pattern, so now we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution. Around and start a revolution. I am more than a being, I'm an institution. If I gotta reiterate, that's where I'ma lose it. It's my world and I'm generous in that y'all peruse it. How obnoxious, she ain't got a conscience. She's okay with being a little absurd and pompous. That's because I kill it, then stick around just to haunt it. Waiting on my thank you, be grateful that I would even let you watch this.
Down in a new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get truth, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose love, but truly you suck, gon' make way for a prodigy.
Gonna catch a breath for a second. Look at your neighbor and checking. We bout to march, so if you not get to stepping. I done told you who I am. I'm a force to be reckoned with. I think just be mad because my voice is so decadent. I'm setting a precedent. No mistakes and no accident. We ignoring the standard set cause our lowest is passionate. This alone is a classic hit. I'm a verb amongst adjectives. If the industry full of and my words is a laxative. I'm a maniac on these beats. I'm insane and it's not discreet. I'm enraged because y'all ain't see it. I'm spraying on every street, entertaining no whack opinion. Who's saying we not elite? I'm over Balenciagas. I'm changing into my cleats. It's go time. It's showtime. I ain't calming down until this place is a ghost town. Tired of the faking. We bringing back Motown. No staring this go round. I'm taking no prisoners, so prepare for a showdown.
Down in a new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I
With the next pick, the Miami Dolphins are on the clock. The Detroit Lions now on the clock. The Carolina Panthers now on the clock. With the next pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock.
To the basics, I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you're not a part. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of the hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. I never had a mentor. Only watch Scarface. I met her at a club. She twerk better when her heart breaks. Hey, hey, hood, the wanna everything that I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy, just for clarity. Whole club selling out, get it doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around.
On the clock now, it's the Tennessee Titans.
know they go thinking I'm one enough. She keep looking at me like she feeling me. Girl, the way you be moving, the stuff you be doing, you tripping out and it's killing me. Man, that's what I got, you be tripping. I can't even do it, my girl. I'm Tiffany. Damn, and she tryna cut me off. No, she cannot do it, no, she cannot scissor me. Mark your spot, that boy get don't send in the car. He finna get blessed on. I get the pay, but I'm talking about bitching in frame. Not talking about the one that you sketch on. He play dumb, get his gone. Hit a crib, but he loving on red bone. Nah, I'm hard to reach him. Bought my cheese up. Move around with 2 phones. Move around like an island boy, but it ain't for the head, cause I keep me a vest on. Get down like the back street. Make you dance, but you better get your groove on. And I'm not talking about, but it talking, then we get it started. Too hard, you get your and they know they ain't seeing us. You hold on, pin in that dope cup. Wanna step at yourself, are you good enough? Wanna step at yourself, are you hood enough? If I hear them kiss, are you pulling up? And now you lay out, ain't no getting up. I'm so girl in the bedroom, and it sound like shit. I draw that little boy, ain't no getting up. See, I told her they my city up. The granny, I had to tell her pick it. You wanna feed now. Anything.
Next up, the Commanders are on the clock. The Buffalo Bills are now on the clock. It's the Detroit Lions now on the clock. The Pittsburgh Steelers on the clock now. Now on the clock, the Los Angeles Chargers. The Atlanta Falcons are now on the clock. The Houston Texans are now on the clock. On the clock now, the Los Angeles Rams. Next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock.
She got superstition. I'm not waiting and hoping and wishing. I'm not stopping, I'm balling relentless. I'm a stepper, I'm standing on business. In the rumors, I'm minding my business. I'm a tutor, teach you how to get it. I said, fin with the ones in your city. We make movies, we all the way with it. Point them out, 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 point them out. Watch them penny. Got 2 chains on, I'm too late. Got 1 watch on my wrist. I'm round and I'm getting it. I'm young, but I ain't ignorant. They keep asking who the hell you think you are. They keep asking who the hell you think you is. Him. I told the people, yes, I'm him. I did the impossible, but I'm not Kim. Gotta be by the escalator. I'm on the rim, hit the butter with a blitz. We gon' study this film. I ain't gotta say nothing, ain't know it's for real. Country, trying to give me your meal. You want you some pilots, you got your deal. Mr. Bushwick, Bill, tell me how you feel. No, I'm not a analyst, but yes, I'm a cowboy. We them boys. We make it loud noise. Stay fresh, today, I be looking like I got a defensive line that'll make them sit down. Feel like a D-lineman, but still making touchdowns. Beat them in their hometown, I ain't here now one time. I've been a big bully since I was on the playground. I'm all grown, and I still don't play around.
With the next selection, the Saints are on the clock.
I can get it gone in a blink. We can make a from the safe. He can make a call if he tweet. I can make a ball when I speak. Brother used to hide 100. The hashtag Potter used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the money in the middle. Boy, I just solved the riddle for this pound cake. Giggles. Now I see fiddle all around me. He little, my head was on a swivel. He was pushing a rental. Ain't it coincidental? He ain't really talking money. Who he talking to?
The Green Bay Packers are on the clock.
I can charge a bill to get a glimpse of what I'm about to do. They be talking to every about what they ought to do. Yeah, I ain't tripping off of nothing. My name is Topic Discussion. If I give them attention, they all would probably start blushing. So power and hunt is the only.
It's now the Arizona Cardinals selection. They're on the clock.
We can make a from the Saint. He can make a call if you tweet. I can make a ball when I speak. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty trying to come up on the bands cause of
Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock.
Where the cash at? They couldn't see
me cover with binoculars. Even if they did tell me who the was stopping us, the options keep popping up. Cops trying lock us up, run us out the picture, but it ain't no Diddy cropping this. Sorry, officer, I'm a
Next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock.
chakras up the block inside it and molten lava. Check it, thermometers. These rats is synonymous. The climates in Guatemala, bro. Bet your bottom dollar your favorite rapper to get devoured. Sign his death certificate quick. Like sayonara. In fact, it's better if he quit and save himself a problem. He ain't got a chance to solve him. Tell me, get him any
Gone in the blink. Stack money. We can make a from the sink. Money. He can make a call and a tweet. Black money. I can make a ball when I speak. Rap money. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty trying to come up.
Up next, the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock.
Where the cash at?
On the clock now, it's the Denver Broncos.
Talk nice, right up with the fettuccine, they both dead, can't talk twice. Know they pray on my downfall, everything I do, I gotta walk like. Let them in, jacket off, rich, so I'm off life. God. Yeah, all these diamonds on me, go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me, just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a piece on me, she gon' go, just like Diego. God. Don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego.
The New York Jets on the clock now.
Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up. You the type to pay hitters.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin the slide, say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Yeah, told him I would be a boss before I had business. I don't even need nobody here to
The Minnesota Vikings now on the clock.
Gotta go to work, I'm revving up my engine. I was just putting groceries in the bag. Now wait a minute, yeah, forgot to mention I'm $100 million richer. Might paint $100 million picture. One man army, but I don't.
With the next selection, the Browns are on the clock.
Hit the crossover, leave them playing Twister. Or they thought that I was just. Now when I'm through, they call me Mister. Stop it. Big wall with suffice. Play with the family, playing with your life. Just got the ops hurt, looking sick. So we gon' disinfect them like a wipe. Had that boy a big cat with no stripes. Now on the gram, ain't worried about a light. Yeah, I had to go ahead and raise the fee. If you ain't rocking with it, take a hike.
Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin the slide, say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, say you gon' ride, is you gon' step by me, can't do it back, keep racks on me, name home with I keep 3 on me. Oh, so you riding, I can do everything that you gon' like, young, rich and famous, I'm living the life, roll up in that new thing, I'm swerving and hogging the buff lane, you know I'm in the mood, after I score, I'ma bring it to you, they're a free agent, I give them the boo, I'm with the crew, who we bringing it to, we got no limit, yeah, we on the ride, we all gon' step, we all gon' ride, say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me, spin the slide, say you gon' step by me, who gon' step by me, who gon' step by me.
Every time I
Next up, the Indianapolis Colts are on the clock.
I know when they hating is this thing. Say you gon' ride, say you gon' step by me. Spin and slide, say you gon' step by me. Who gon' step by me? Who gon' step by me?
I ain't trippin', this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me, meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat, repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing haters say. Let 'em talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch 'em talk about it, talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. Yeah, hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I know I'm mighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me, meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat, repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing haters say. Let 'em talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch 'em talk about it, talk about it.
The New York Giants are now on the clock.
I'm sitting in business, just look at the ticket, a traveling man, I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it, I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again. Well, you get it. Elevating.
It's the Bears now on the clock.
Ahead of my time, my yesterdays are young and Giannis. Trip to Hawaii to bust out the haka, I bust out the haka, I bust out the ooh. When there's nothing to do, never been capping, you know that it's true, 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 true. Haters are climbing your river like boo, 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 boo. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules, ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me, meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat, repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing haters say. Let 'em talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch 'em talk about it, yeah.
With the next selection, the Ravens are on the clock. And now on the clock, it's the 49ers.
Grinding from the bottom, blood on my hands, ain't no dirt on my body. With big body, block, it'll be a real big problem. Whole lot of prize, that's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way.
It's now the San Francisco 49ers pick. They're up.
Really short fuse, had a long day. Body like wow, like, you know I'm an east side, big TDs, type of whole rep, that. Top dog since top ramen now, steak and lobster with a shrimp, big, put a ribbon on it, get you gift, rep, bet, that, real, never switch, that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, been a long
chill. Scoping your mouth, watch how I know how I'm rocking, you know how I'm built. Still in the trenches, we out in the field. If she in her bag, then it's probably Chanel. The is fake, but she poppin' for real. Still that way. Run up and feel that way. You can get this work, but the work ain't shit, cause it really don't feel that way. Seen a whole lot of rapping and a whole lot of get like ice.
On the clock now, the Detroit Lions. It's the Atlanta Falcons now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Miami Dolphins. With the next selection, it's the Washington Commanders. The Chicago Bears are now on the clock. The Jaguars are on the clock now. The Tennessee Titans are now on the clock. The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock.
The Seattle Seahawks are now on the clock. The Washington Commanders are now on the clock. The Pittsburgh Steelers are now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Los Angeles Chargers. On the clock now, the Dallas Cowboys. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. The Los Angeles Rams now on the clock. It's the Bucks now on the clock. It's the Philadelphia Eagles now on the clock.
Mr. Clean, game nice, but I play it so mean. Front line, I'm protecting the team. John Madden, yeah, I boom with the scheme. Dream chasing, I've been chasing the dream. Paper chasing, I just made it my thing. Got the bag, I just need me a ring. GMF, hold it down for the team. It's a sweep, right? Shout out to Jokic, I'm locked in. Man, I swear that I'm focused. He toes up in the drip, I bet they didn't notice. Air Force Ones got me walking like POTUS.
Next up, it's the Packers on the clock.
Left and right wrist equally frozen. All four pockets equally swollen. It's a sweep. It's a sweep. Yeah. Acting like we ain't the ones, man.
The Arizona Cardinals are now on the clock. The Bengals now on the clock.
I'ma post like a sinner. Diamond chains and a mink in the wind. All these rings on, you could tell I'm a winner. I'ma walk around like that boy out in dim. Got the pink slip for these whips, ain't no rental. Steady breaking records, give them something to remember. Money, power, and respect is so simple. What separate good and great is they mental. It's a sweep.
On the clock now, the Seattle Seahawks.
No TLC, I'm too lit, we can't creep. Flight to Miami, I stay with that heat. Hopped on the jet, cause it's a sweet. It's a sweet, yeah. Acting like we ain't the ones, man, talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah. It's a sweet. What? It's a sweet. Yeah. What? Acting like we ain't the ones, man, talk is cheap. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Get that boy out of there. It's a sweet. Yeah. We ain't playing no games, we playing for keeps. Yeah.
The Philadelphia Eagles on the clock now. The Denver Broncos are now on the clock. Next up, the Jets are on the clock. On the clock now, the Houston Texans. The Cleveland Browns are now on the clock. It's now the Indianapolis Colts selection. Now on the clock, the Giants. The Chicago Bears are on the clock now. On the clock now, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Soldiers with me 300. If it ain't about the money, please don't count on me coming. No, they don't want no problems. These problems gonna be problematic. Don't want no smoke or no static. I don't do no dramatics. Them boys faker than plastic. I tell them jump in the bag, cause I've been in my bag, speeding off in the Jag. Yeah. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is win. I ain't never took a L, but if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell. They don't want no problems. All I
The Kansas City Chiefs, now on the clock. Now on the clock, the San Francisco 49ers. The Miami Dolphins, now on the clock. With the next selection, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock.
Season. Everything around me moving like bachata. Usher told me do it my way. Frank Sinatra. Been a shotter, been locked in with my cotters. Now I got them raving. Now I'm big on lines. Hello, Dinata. Sheesh. On God, I'm a dog, bro. Need a clergy collar dodging fleas from you, dog. Adversity affect the demon.
Now on the clock, it's the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah. We on baby number quattro. Yeah. My whole crib look like an art show. Yeah. Pockets on my cot though. I'm like a bird. Let me fly away. Nelly for top though. Bye.
Yeah. All right, I got him. Instead, look, yeah. Full court press or full blitz, we going all out. It don't matter any time of day. I came to ball out. We TCG, never ducking smoke. All out. Better be ready to go to one so we fall out. 0 to 60 like Ludacris. We came to roll out. You know I gotta get my check, so please don't make me hold out. Bust down Cuban.
Now on the clock, the Washington Commanders. With the next selection, the Carolina Panthers on the clock.
I strike up the band, stomping on them like a Q-Dawg or Alpha Man. In Miami, hard rock, jumping like a rock band. You know me, I love my green and cheese like a Packers fan. I'm a player, gotta keep it player, how the game go. With the steppers, I ain't gotta tell them, they just train to go. Calling plays and I'm calling shots like the head coach. First class, so we take the private, we don't do coach. They was hot then, now they cold now. They was hot then, now they cold now. They was hot then, now they cold now.
Dirty, yeah, you know we global with it. Black fit, limo tint, you don't know who in it. Whole team having motion, world know who winning. I'm no for handling business.
The Jaguars are on the clock.
Big vibing, boy. Tell them pipe that loud talk down, cause they ain't making noise. Yeah, homie, we them boys. Who they be preaching about? If you see LT around, Reballers bound to make a crowd. Let it try.
Many, mighty mo, I knock them down 3 in a row. From the street straight to the field, from the field right to the show.
It's the Tennessee Titans, now on the clock. With the next selection, the Lions are on the clock.
Get them rap that boy mommy. Black on black, this Maybach done. When times was dark, we stood on the block around the clock. Now my life, son, I had to make it out. Rest in peace to Dawg, I took that paper out. Wanted some more laying out on the dough and bought my neighbor's house. I done done so many favors for some people, feel like I'm favored out. No eating in, we taking out. Same people who was cheering, they hating now, but so what? Dan Marino seats inside this Rolls truck, they dolphin blue. Big homie, y'all little boys better remember who y'all talking to. It's gonna cost you like a 50 for me and the gang, and we just walking through. We counting money often too.
It's the Bills, now on the clock.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't gotta
The Detroit Lions now on the clock.
Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got game sports center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up.
With the next selection, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Los Angeles Chargers now on the clock. The Dallas Cowboys are now on the clock.
This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job. Put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang. You don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game. You don't owe me back. You say you a boss. Gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the bag. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that.
Now on the clock, the Texans. Now on the clock, the Rams. On the clock now, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Next up, the Titans are on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Green Bay Packers. The Cardinals on the clock now. Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock. Now, the Seattle Seahawks are on the clock. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. The Denver Broncos are on the clock. The New York Jets are now on the clock. Next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock. It's the Cleveland Browns now on the clock.